Question 6. The circle C has center A with coordinates 7, 5. Let's label this. So this is 7, and then this is 5. And then line L with equation y equal to 2x plus 1 is the tangent to C at point P as shown in figure 3. So, and then show that the equation of the line PA is 2y plus x equal to 17. So we want to work out the equation of this line PA. And then we know PA is the radius, and then line L is the tangent. So always remember the circle theorem, the tangent is always perpendicular to the radius at where they meet. So those two lines will be perpendicular to each other. And then if line L has gradient 2, then PA has to be the negative reciprocal. So the gradient is equal to negative 1 over 2. So to find the equation of PA, we can just do negative 1 over 2 is equal to y minus 5 and then over x minus 7 and then rearrange it. So or you can do y equal to mx plus c and then substitute in the gradient and substitute the coordinates, work out c. Both works, doesn't matter. Yeah. And then I will just let the negative on top. So negative 1 times by x minus 7, that would be negative x plus 7. And then 2 times by y minus 5, that would be 2y minus 10. So then move everything to one side. So that would be negative 2y minus x equal to negative 17. So times by negative 1, 2y plus x equal to 17. So part A is done. And then part B, find the equation for C. So we already know the center. And then that means as long as we know what the radius is, we can find the equation of the circle. Yeah. So to find the radius, we basically need to work out what point P is. So if we know what point P is, then work out the length of PA, then we can find the radius. So point P is where line L and then PA intersect. And then we know the equation for both. So if you want to find point P, you can just solve the simultaneous equation to work out the coordinates. So line L is y equal to 2x plus 1. And then for the line PA is 2y plus x equal to 17. So to solve the simultaneous equation, we can just do the substitution method. So 2 times by the y, which is 2x plus 1, and then plus x equal to 17. So 4x plus 2 plus x equal to 17. So 4x plus x is 5x, 17 minus 2 is 15. So x is equal to 3. And if x is equal to 3, then y is equal to 2 times 3 plus 1, which is 7. So therefore, coordinates P is 3 and then 7. Then now we know point P. To work out the radius is very simple. You can just work out the length between P, 3, 7, and then A, 7, 5. So the radius is equal to square root of 3 minus 7 squared plus 7 minus 5 squared. So if we put that in the calculator, so that would be root 3 minus 7 squared plus 7 minus 5 squared. So that would be 2 root 5. So then put into the equation, so that would be x minus, so the center is A, so x minus 7 squared plus y minus 5 squared equal to 2 root 5, the radius squared. So simplify that, x minus 7 squared plus y minus 5 squared is equal to 2 root 5 squared, which is 20. Then that would be the equation for the circle. And then part C, the line with equation y equal to 2x plus k, and in case not 1, is also a tangent to C. So this line is also a tangent to C. And then what's so special about this line? The gradient is the same as line L. So if they have the same gradient, that means those two lines must be parallel to each other. So a line parallel to line L and also tangent to C. There isn't much choice. Yeah. So the only other possible line, which is parallel to L and also tangent to C, is just this one. Yeah. So to work out the equation of this one, we just have to find out what's this intersection point between the line and the circle. To solve that, we know, because tangent is always perpendicular to the radius at where they meet. Yeah. So if this is 90, this is 90, then like this line has to be a straight line. So that would be the diameter, basically. So if that line is diameter, if they call this point Q, so as long as we know what point Q is, we can find the equation of the line. Because if we know what point Q is, we can just substitute in to work out K. So to find point Q, we can, because we already know what P is. So P from before is 3, 7. And then A is already given, 7, 5. And then Q, let's just call it A and B. Yeah. So since PQ is a diameter, so A has to be the midpoint because it's the center. So then when I plus 2 endpoints and half it will give us a midpoint. So we can just plus P and Q and half it give us A to work out the A and B, the coordinates for Q. So if we do that, so 3 plus A over 2, that would be 7. And then 7 plus B over 2 is equal to 5. So what I did is just plus the X coordinates and then half it to get 7. And then plus the Y coordinates and half it, that would be 5. Then to solve that, 3 plus A is equal to 14, so A is equal to 11. And then 7 plus B is equal to 10, so B is equal to 3. So once we know A and B, the coordinates Q is just 11 and 3. Then to find the value of K, so since Q is a point on the line, if we substitute in, that would be the true statement. So X equal to 11, Y equal to 3. If we substitute in, 3 is equal to 2 times by 11 plus K. So K is just equal to 3 minus 2 times 11, which is negative 19. So therefore, the equation is just Y equal to 2X minus 19.
Thank you for watching the video. If you have any questions, you can leave some comment. And then if you find the video helpful, please like it and subscribe it. May the A star be with you.